Hey everyone, this is Mo Twister, and you're listening to the Kingdom Podcast with the voice, DJ Yuki.
That was the OG, Mo Twister, promoting this podcast. If you like Korean pop culture, or know someone who does, then get into it, and visit our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram pages at the Kingdom Pod PH.
We're proud to tell you that this is one of the premier shows to go to for your weekly dose of K-pop. So drop everything and listen to the Kingdom Podcast. Available in all your podcast streaming platforms.
Join us!
Hi, this episode is not suitable for everyone. Parental guidance is advised. We are Bunk Collective.
Welcome to your Unfiltered Wrestling Podcast. And this is the MTV Show Podcast, a wrestling podcast. Okay, ayan. So, welcome to the podcast. Remember, this would be the last episode for our, tawag dito? For our Ask MT Show Pod for now. But, okay, let's start this thing, with some plugs. So, tomorrow, I'll be at Road to Fate 2023. It's going to be a lot of things coming for the local wrestling scene. So Sunday, tomorrow, is MWF Road to Fate. With the main event, Fabi Makisig defending the MWF Championship against the first ever MWF champion, Robin Sane. On Monday, there will be a event as well called DexCon, with collaboration of World Underground Wrestling Philippines. We will have a lot of guests doon sa event na yon, sa DexCon. So, we will feature the main event, Poppy versus Alexis Lee. It's going to be an amazing match. The lineup is available on Heatwave Cafes and Fight Sport Manila's social media platforms. Social media platforms. I hope you guys can check that out. And as far as I know, Casey also released the final lineup for this year's DexCon. So we are getting Robin Sane versus Sarah. Then a match between Ken Cypher versus Steve the Teacher. That will be great too. Then appearances featuring the Mr. Philippine Wrestling, Jake De Leon, the Queen of Philippine Wrestling, Crystal, and Rasael versus God Killer, David Verbena. Marami ding teasers na nilalabas si Fight Sport Manila on their socials lately regarding on that. So we will catch the show na lang siguro sa socials. I wish they could release the VOD of this event. So may meet and greet then. It will start at 1 p.m. and bell time will start at 5 p.m. over there in Brawl Pit in Quezon City. Brawl Pit Bulusan in Quezon City. So that event for World Underground Wrestling is co-sponsored or co-associated with Channel 14, Kayfabe Cafe, Fight Sport Manila, Not Case, Wrestling Boy. And of course, ano nga bang cafe ito? Ano, ang labo kasi ng screen. Pasensya na. I think this is the S Broad Cafe. Wala. Ang labo nung ano. Pasensya na. Medyo ano. Basta ayun, please support both of the events back to back yan for if you want to satisfy your local wrestling cravings. Ayan. Then next week, August 27, there will be FPW Astig tapings na hindi pa rin natin alam kung kailan nilalabas yung taped episodes. So, there will be tapings at Power Max Center Spotlight on August 27 with Robbie Eagles fighting Raf Imabayashi in their main event. Plus, per announced by FPW, so si Mike Madrigal, the FPW champion, he will defend the title. Wait lang. Sorry. I have to search their Facebook page on the spot. So, I could say things proper, no? Ayan. So, he will defend the FPW championship against the number one contender na hindi pa rin naglo-load sa aking Facebook. Wait, let me check. So, the main event of that FPW show is gonna be obvious naman kasi na Emabayashi versus Robbie Eagles, but the title match that I'm referring earlier, total na ako. So it's Mike Madrigal, the champion, defending the belt against Duke Ortega. So that will be great for sure, but much better if we're getting the VOD of that match, or maybe we're getting a video on demand of every event of the company. That will be great for all of us wrestling fans. Imagine MWF Road to Fate will be aired September probably. Then FPW airing their shows as well in the process. That will be a win-win for our local scene. So yeah, please support our local scene, and yeah, let's start the podcast. Ayun, Ask MT show muna tayo. So yeah, we are doing this for weeks now. Medyo na-postpone pa nga for some reasons. Okay, so let's start. Any thoughts on the potential Wyatt family faction plans before Eric Young asked for his release? Pasensya na, Rider Z Clark, kung late na ito, no? But yeah, I'll try to answer this. Eric Young in a Bray Wyatt faction would work. Not gonna lie. Feeling ko mag-workout siya. Kung yung Wyatt family na first generation Wyatt family, maybe mag-workout yun kay EY. Kaso medyo mas egotistic kasi yung character ni EY na ganito sa Sanity, Violent by Design. Mas sadistic kasi yung characters na yan. But yeah, I think two worlds can work out with each other. Maybe mag-workout siya talaga. Pero yeah, that will be interesting. With Eric Young joining Bray Wyatt's association. But yeah, gusto ko sana ganun ang mangyari kay EY, but it's kind of unfortunate. Vince is messing up his own company again, so I don't know what in the blue hell I'm going to say here. But for now, that will be interesting for sure. Yeah, next, who do you think is next to get called up on the main roster? So SummerSlam pa dapat to, pero as of the moment we don't get call-ups. Sorry about that. But yeah, let's answer this question. A really interesting question. Call-ups. Where we might get call-ups before the Survivor Series season. So before that season, maybe magkakaroon tayo ng mga call-ups, or maybe after NXT Heatwave. So mamaya pag-usapan din natin ng pahapyaw yung predictions ko for NXT Heatwave 2023. So, call-ups, possibly call-ups. So, number one in my mind is definitely Wesley. Then, for the woman, iniisip ko Roxanne Perez or Cora Jade, either one of them. Then, tag team, share, hindi muna. Siguro Chase U as a unit, yeah. Kailangan na rin nila ma-call up maybe after nitong show. Pero yeah, we might wait until WrestleMania for that. Then, ano pa ba? Maybe Dijak. Siguro time niya na rin bumalik sa main roster. Then, ano pa ba? Sino po ay mga gusto ko ibalik? Ay mga gusto kong iyan, no? Siguro si Von Wagner, not gonna lie. That would be great for them to bring Von Wagner on the main roster na. As far as I know, he's a free agent. Pero di natin alam kung ano nagtatranscribe dito kay Von. Destroying Von Wagner or Braun Breaker over and over last week on NXT. And now is destroying Baron Corbin, kinda random. Then, ayun, Braun Breaker, very given naman kung bakit. Kasi he's ready na for main roster and main roster is ready for him. Kahit sinong brand, majajackpot ito si Braun Breaker, especially with Raw, on how their match between Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker few months back, kung paano nag-transcribe yung match na to, I feel we might get more pag nag-main roster na si Braun Breaker. So, yeah, that will be interesting down the line. Then, next question, yan lang muna. So, yun lang muna for now, ang aking call-ups. Siguro, marami pa tayong pag-uusapan sa mga ganyang call-ups pagdating na ng tamang call-up time. Okay, so, who do you think WWE who do you think should be the WWE's flag wearer after Roman gets the throne? Yeah. To me, there's two flag bearers in the WWE right now. Roman and Seth. If Roman drops his belt, there's Seth. Medyo nalito ako sa pagsagot. But yeah, dalawa yung flag bearer ng WWE right now for me. It's Seth and it's Roman. If Roman drops the belt, they're set to step up. Very simple. Parang ang dating kasi sa akin, Seth is going to be the standard bearer na he might bring something new to the table once Roman drops his belt, probably next year at WrestleMania. So yeah, medyo nagtatranscribe na tayo ng ideas no? Pero yeah, if may bagong buka, siguro I would love to see Melo, the new generation Melo, si Braun Breaker, yeah. And Tony D, not gonna lie, Grayson Waller, Santos Escobar, all of them, I would love to see them all on top. Santos, si Solo Sikoa on the top as well. But yeah, yun lang. Siguro for now, yun lang muna yung sagot ko. Things might change pag nagbago na rin yung direction ng company under Endeavor tuloy. But yeah, ayun, that will be interesting. Thanks for that wonderful question. Ito. I'm going to acknowledge this question ni Link. Dito. Name anything in wrestling, wrestler, promotion, match, story, year, etc. you wish people talk about or know more about. Ito, sa mga casuals kasi, ang una kong gustong ipakita sa inyo kung gaano nga ba kaganda ang wrestling, hindi naman today, is the ruthless aggression. No, may WWE Network pa. Unfortunately, it's hard right nowadays to show something sa mga fans, sa mga baguhan, especially with newbies na nanonood ng wrestling. Gusto sundan ng wrestling. But yeah, Disney Plus kasi pangat ka banding eh. De joke lang. Siguro they need something na yung mga ganyan kasi, ang mga stories kasi na ganito na pwede mong ipaingay, no? Ito medyo random. Gusto ko mag-ingay yung mga fans about the SummerSlam 2010. How disastrous SummerSlam that was. Yo, main yung team WWE versus Team Nexus. That day, Nexus fucking ay, nako. But yeah, sobrang tahimik ng fans when it comes to that hype of when it comes to that event, SummerSlam 2010. But yeah, that would be great too. Pero ito, isa pang alam mo yun, ito gusto ko ito, ito ay generalize ko kanina ha. Pero promotion, I would love people. So sana please guys, pucha. Tagal-tagal ko nang sinasabi dito sa podcast, don't sleep on Impact Wrestling. Trust me, don't sleep on Impact Wrestling. They're giving us bangers every every their pay-per-views. There's a lot of pay-per-view gems in Impact pay-per-views na hindi nyo pwedeng tulugan. Trust me. There's a lot of things na sobrang effective sa Impact. And there's a lot of things that I think hindi naman sa hindi effective. Siguro, hindi lang gusto ng algorithm ko. But yeah, at the end of the day, things are subjective. Things are kinda preferred or maybe, tawag dito. It's subjective in the end of the day naman. Kung sasagutin ko na maayos to. But yeah, that would be great to see people talk about Impact Wrestling as well nowadays. Kasi it's basically dead after nung 2017 disaster, and thank you na din kina Hulk Hogan, Dixie Carter, Eric Bischoff. You guys basically killed the Impact as a whole. But yeah, I hope Impact will be inserted in talks again. That will be great for yours truly. And yun lang. Yeah. So, magta-transition tayo with questions, okay? So, if you're in the shoes of Triple H and you need to cut 5 people who would be released among the rosters, yun yung mga gusto kong i-release. Okay. Eto guys, subjective ito. In the end of the day, it's my opinion lang. Based on their performance since Triple H debuted in 2021 as creative leader of the creative 2022. I'm sorry, my bad. Let's start with the obvious one, Heathrow. Kasi I think Heathrow, wala, nag-flop talagang Heathrow. Hindi ko na alam kung ano yung nangyayari sa Heathrow. Heathrow is actually shit raw nowadays. And hindi ko na alam. Hindi ko maintindihan kung yung direction nila. So, Heathrow and Impact, Heathrow on AEW will be different. Pero, I don't know. Number 2, Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross, after of that return, 2021, was downgraded malala. As in malala. Namimiss ko yung Karrion Kross sa Impact and the NXT days. Sobrang different kasi ng approach na yun. But nowadays, it's very different. It's basically tangang timang na kala mo destructible, but now he didn't. Parang sobrang as in nag-water down yung gaming niya ng matindi. I wish WWE could figure out something for him. Number 3, based on observations then, siguro si I have things. Ike Manjiro from NXT. Si Ike Manjiro, I'm not saying bad things on him. He's good, he's great, he's funny as fuck. But I don't see things good on him so far. Parang hindi ko nakikitaan ng magandang potential. And hindi ko rin nakikitaan ng magandang development si Kaminjiro. So, leaving WWE will be the best thing for now. At least on him. Yeah. Number 4, woman. Let's talk about woman. There's one woman in mind that I wish you guys should appreciate pag siya ay nawala na sa WWE and went to other companies. Siguro, wait lang. Nag-iisip pa ako. Woman. I would say Aliyah. Aliyah, I think may potential siya. But I don't think WWE would allow her to show that potential. Sobrang sayang. I think she can wrestle naman, but wala eh. Parang there's something in WWE that they don't want about her na I wish sana pinipisil nila. Parang ganun ba? Parang pinipisil nila in a good way na sobrang laki ng potential nito. Sana mapitik-pitik natin, no? Kahit ganun. Parang ganun ba yung impression? But yeah, that would be great to see Aliyah in other promotions such as Impact Wrestling down the line. Speaking of releases, I have breaking news. So for the past few days, Lacey Evans was released by WWE, and she is now wait lang, I have to confirm the news. So Lacey Evans is now endeavoring her new name, which is her real name. Ayan. So she is now using her real name as of late, and she now started doing OnlyFans. But yeah. Ito. Shit. Wait lang. So Macy Estrella. So yan. May balita na baka tumakbo daw si Lacey Evans sa may plano daw na tumakbo siya sa posisyon sa US, but I don't know. Hindi ko rin alam kung totoo ba yan o hindi. Basta I will keep you guys updated regarding on that updates. But yeah, let's wish good things in Lacey Evans and her endeavors and her future outside of the WWE. Okay, continue. Kung ako si Tony Khan, how would you handle CM Punk before his return and now? Ito basic lang. Sana hindi na lang binalik si CM Punk eh. Ay, tama. I think there's something talaga on his mind, CM Punk. Wala na talaga sa ayos to. As in, wala na talaga. Mamaya nga, gisahin nga natin pa isa-isa tong mga balita about CM Punk. Now, ang daming lumabas as in a news about CM Punk. As in, hindi mo mabilang. Hindi mo mabilang. There's a lot of concerns. Yung tungkol kay CM Punk, kay Jungle Boy, yung may pinauwi din in Ryan Nemeth. Then, mayroon ding dito. Basta yan, ang daming things transcribed in 1 week. And it's all starring CM Punk. So it's kind of funny and it's kind of embarrassing. Not only to Tony Khan, kundi it's kind of funny then on It's kind of funny then on AW side kasi hindi talaga matino yung kanilang HR management. Parang lang yun eh, ganyan lang yun eh. Kung hindi matino ang nasa HR, then wala na yung rason para patakbuhin pa to. Maybe you should pass that responsibility to someone na you think may responsibility when it comes to this kind of events. But wait. But yeah, CM Punk is something that I won't take seriously when it comes to things na ganito, sobrang sensitive kasi. Let's transcribe nga everything what CM Punk is doing lately on TV later. Then ito, okay. Last na. After the pancit canton with ketchup, which is I really like, to be honest. Hi Rowan, hi Link. I think you guys are loving Pancit Canton with ketchup. By the way, speaking of Rowan, we want to congratulate Emil, ASH, Emil Nate, for his promotion on the Wrestling Podcast. Our friends from the Wrestling Podcast. So, yeah, congratulations and see you around, I guess. Maybe on the show, maybe on their show, but anything is possible at this point. And baka may magsalita na naman ng laban-laban dyan. Hindi po tayo nakipaglaban-laban dito, putya. In the end of the day, the goal of all of the shows is to rise the standard of Philippine wrestling. Not only Philippine wrestling, kundi Philippine wrestling podcasting in general. Kung patagalan lang, talo na ako. Putya. Mag-isip kayo, ganyan lang yan. Walang rivalry ganyan, walang bullshit. Hello din ako, friends, Stan, Chino, Rowan, and everyone who's listening on the Wrestling Podcast. And again, congratulations kay Emil on his promotion on the show as the main host of the Wrestling Podcast. Okay, thank you for that question. By the way, Pancit Canton with ketchup. What recent food abomination recommendations do you have? I have a lot of pancit. I have a lot of pancit canton. I have a lot of abomination things or food. Pero pucha, ang goal kasi ng episode na to, hindi kayo umain eh. Do you guys know na mahilig ako kumain ng ice cream? Nilalagyan ko siya ng hot sauce. Sobrang sarap nun minsan. You should try it. Basta hindi chocolate, susuntukin ko maglagay ng hot sauce sa chocolate ice cream. I swear that's very sobrang vague. Sobrang demonyo ng kakain nun. Siguro yung vanilla ice cream, pwede na yon. Pero sobrang gago na maglalagay ng hot sauce talaga. Nadidemonyo ako sa sarili ko if I do things like that. Okay, continue. Pancit with ketchup na it's very given naman. Masarap siya. Tanangin niyo na lang yung mga taga San Pedro City about it. Sa mga nakain doon sa nagmamalaking kantonan sa San Pedro. Yeah. Ano ba? Food recommendations. Personally, iniingatan ko yung sarili ko magsalita ng ganito kasi feeling ko sasakit yung tiyan ng mga listeners ng episode natin. But yeah, anyways, continue natin. Food abomination. Siguro, alam mo yung recently, kumakain, alam mo yung chicherya na wait lang, I'm on top of my head. Yung tortillas, yung parang nachos. Dinidip ko siya sa ketchup. Kasi dati, I don't eat salsa. Kasi yung salsa, parang ang iniisip ko dyan, gulay na nakakadire. No offense sa mga mahilig kumain ng salsa. Pero salsa is something I would not eat ever, man. Like, parang ayoko talaga. Ayoko talaga ng salsa. I don't eat salsa. I know it's masarap for some listeners of this podcast, but I don't think preference can. At the end of the day, preference will always be preference, and everyone should respect someone's preference. Just like in wrestling, na respetuhin mo ang preference ng iba, respetuhin mo din kung ano yung gusto ng iba. Ganun lang yun, respect someone's preference and wag makapalang mukha. Kung may i-flex ka, i-flex mo. Wag yung yabang text lang. Layo ko na. Okay. So, that's it. I guess for our Q&A. Kumahaba na masyado itong episode na to. I'm already 26 minutes. And pasadahan na lang natin kung ano yung mga nangyari sa wrestling this week on our podcast. Again, welcome to the MT Show Podcast, a wrestling podcast. If you don't know me, I'm Angelo Panera, aka MTG, who talks about wrestling, who talks about pro wrestling, our beloved pro wrestling, and we're going to do a preview of MWF Republica at some F Republica Road to Fate and some episodes to come, and we will give updates on everything when it comes to MWF Road to Fate and maybe Dexcon na rin, 'di ba? But yeah, I would not yun lang. Wala na ako sa focus. But yeah, papasadahan natin yung mga ibang balita from this week's wrestling as we go to our break. And for now, let's check our bunkmates here on Bunk Collective.
Annyeong, we are One to Sarang.
Your next favorite Hallyu podcast.
We talk K-drama.
Mandaming kilig every time
my God.
K-drama. We also talk K-pop.
Yung feeling ko sa 17 na they bring me so much happiness.
And we live to entertain.
What you gonna do when Dicky steak in front of
Check us out now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Also on YouTube. Join us sa Tawanan at Kwentuhan from One to Sarang.
Been wanting to learn about different careers? Or just need that nudge to pursue your passion projects? Here at Project Offbeat Careers Podcast, we talk to guests with unique careers outside the usual corporate shtick. Listen to historians, gamers, teachers, and cosplayers. See how they've succeeded and how you can apply their learnings to your workplace. Catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. And get ready to take the off-beaten path with us.
Naguulat mula sa shore na kasing pretty ko.
Bringing you the latest and greatest.
And diving deep into the cool waters
of BLs and GLs.
And every kind of love there is.
We are the Shippers. Sail with us as we watch our favorite queer love story.
And update you about the latest every week.
Kaya tara, sakay na as we sail the open seas.
With new episodes Mondays and Wednesdays on all major podcast streaming platforms.
Sakay na you. Let's go.
Okay. Welcome back to the podcast. Pag-usapan na natin si CM Punk. But first, speaking of CM Punk, would love to invite you guys to listen to the Kingdom Podcast as they're going to return on the upcoming 4th season of the Kingdom Podcast, hosted by Yuki, obviously, and his DWI. It's a tawag dito. It's a unit, basta unit 'yon. So yeah, I hope you guys are following all of the podcasts here on Bunk Collective and visit our website thebunkph.com, and of course, please support us on social media, Facebook, X, Instagram, Threads, and on TikTok at the Bunk PH. And this podcast, please support as well the MTG Show Pod on all of the socials that I mentioned. Second. Then, let's talk about CM Punk now. So, CM Punk got a lot of things this week. Ang daming nangyayari, sunod-sunod. Yung mga issues, yung mga bagay-bagay na nag-emerge on CM Punk. Dami. So, I'm looking for some more reliable sources on this thing. So, ito. Madami. So, number 1, CM Punk, ulit siya. Number 1 because of the nag-promo siya sa ring. Nag-shot siya kay Hangman on post-collision promo. I'm not going to summarize that promo, but CM Punk, shut the fuck up, man. Then, continue natin. Yung mga shoot na doon ni CM Punk. Medyo questionable din lately yung mga behavior niya. Parang it's like TK convincing, or it's okay with OEW na ganito yung CM Punk. Pero para sa mga fans, hindi talaga. Sobrang nakakatanga. There's a lot of things, no? As much as CM Punk is doing a great job in the ring, there's a lot of stupid stuff CM Punk is doing. Sobra. But yeah, from her talking then on AEW Collision, si Ryan Nemeth napauwi from a AEW Collision taping, and Christopher Daniels not being allowed on AEW Collision. Tapos si Jack Perry pa hindi pa na aayos ata. May report si Fightful about CM Punk going CM Punk doing stupid things on Jack Perry. Parang may wait lang. I have to look for the better source right there. Sandali. Wait lang guys ha. CM Punk. CM Punk, ang dami kasing controversy nito ni CM Punk lately na syempre I don't want to elaborate to you guys kasi sobrang waste of time din. Pero eto guys, please let me know kung ano ba yung mga thoughts niyo about CM Punk lately on his TV. TV, I admit, CM Punk is great on TV lately. Pero I don't think TV job is different or the same as his shit on TV. It's just different as fuck. Okay, so according to some news, wait, wala ako sa pagbabasa. So, tandaan nyo, si Dolph Ziggler nag-appear siya sa BTE. In case you missed it, parang there's something interesting we want to talk about. But, yeah, things will be interesting down the line. But, yeah. I'm reading another news. Eto. Eto, may nakita akong list. Take this with a grain of salt, okay? So, CM Punk Tenil Cholik. 434. Hindi ko alam kung reliable source ito. But okay. They have this list na ayaw talaga makawa trabaho ni Tony Khan when it comes to EW. So, it's Colt Cabana, Hangman, Young Bucks, Kenny Omega. Colt Cabana, Ryan Nemeth, Christopher Daniels, Jack Perry, Matt Hardy, Colt Cabana. Hindi ko talaga ako seryoso. Colt Cabana. CM Punk is ranting a lot lately on TV, and obviously we're not going to talk about a lot regarding on that. Ito, in regardless to Hangman and CM Punk's promo, we are flat out told the promo that CM Punk promo after Collision is not a work or not a storyline. And at this point po siya. Ito, isa pa, issue. Para lang magka-details tayo. So, CM Punk and Jack Perry got an argument just before the debut to the AEW Collision just weeks ago. Punk took issue with a spot that Perry planned on performing during an early episode of Collision, which took place during AEW's tour in Canada. Apparently, Perry wants to use real glass in the backstage segment, and CM Punk immediately pushed back against the idea as it was a safety hazard. Punk believed Jack was doing this to get hurt and get into work next week. And yeah. Pero I don't know, it's a kind of subjective. But yeah. Furthermore, Punk reportedly told Perry that Collision doesn't have segments of that and advised him to stay on AEW Dynamite. He has problems with that. Ewan ko, parang ang dating sa akin, it's ang sakit sa ulo. Habang binabasa ko yung news, information, shit about CM Punk, it irks me more. You know what? It irks me more to the point na it's like punching me in the face every day. Like, fuck, come on. It's like punching me a lot of times, a lot of shit, a lot of people, or maybe a lot of But yeah, things will be interesting down the line. Also, let's bring this on the table as well as we speak. So, Cash Wheeler was arrested just a few hours ago. PW Insider reports that Cash Wheeler did not have to turn in any passports and has no travel restrictions. But yeah, mamaya, wait lang. I have to read the full news information about Cash Wheeler on this situation. So, Cash Wheeler got arrested on a assault charge. Tag team champion of AEW was arrested Friday morning by the Orlando Police Department and charged with one count of aggravated assault with a firearm. So, as far as I know, as of today's recording, laya na si Jack Perry. Si Cash Wheeler. PW Insider reports that Wheeler's arrest likely happened weeks ago and not last night. A warrant was placed on his arrest on 7/28. Wheeler filed a plea of not guilty to the charge of assault with a firearm with his attorney on August 3rd. So, wala pa tayong details about it. So, for now, just take it with a grain. So, wait. More developments regarding on that. So, apparently, si Cash Wheeler, laya na siya. He paid $25. So, yeah, good for him. And, yeah, there's a lot of news coming up on AEW Collision. And parang, di ko talaga maseryoso. There's a lot of things to consider or to take seriously, but I don't know if you guys or if you guys want to take things considerable, but I don't know. I don't know kung ano bang gusto nyo mangyari kay CM Punk. Take it with a grain of salt. If you want something about CM Punk, take it with a grain of salt. I don't give a fuck. Okay, let's move on. Medyo napapahaba-haba na tayo. So, continue natin ang ating usapan with a lot of WWE talk. So, pasadahan na lang natin ng ating WWE talk. So, we got a number one contender for the US title in Austin Theory. Definitely is getting a rematch for the US title before losing it to LA Knight or maybe Santos Escobar at some point. But yeah, so yun lang. So Paul Heyman provided an update on the Bloodline. So he said that the special counsel Roman Reigns doesn't want to provide an update on the current status of the Bloodline and reveal that Jey Uso will appear on the next week's show. Parang yeah, it's simple, but yeah, it justifies the point now. We don't want to talk too much. We don't want to talk too much, but yeah, yun lang. Ayun, let's focus to the main event, Edge versus Sheamus. Personally, hindi ko pa ito napapanood, highlights lang. But I'm really looking forward to watch this specific match later after the recording. But yeah, I think this is gonna be good. And unfortunately, this is the last match under Edge's current contract. So yeah, ito na yung last match niya under this contract currently. So yeah, if ito na rin yung retirement ni Edge or mangingibalang bahay lang siya, magkasakabilang bahay lang siya, well, good for you. Congratulations on your 25th anniversary in the WWE. And yeah, yan lang. Nagkapay lang ako. Sandali lang. Okay. So, yun lang. Sobrang na-emotional ako. But siguro next week nga, guys, bigyan ko nga kayo ng grading about this new lineup so far. Parang na-off ako sa mga commentary lately. Pero I don't know. Siguro pag-usapan na natin next week. So, this week's SmackDown is basically... sandali lang. This week's SmackDown is basically focused on Edge. And yeah, it's solely focused on Edge. So good episode of SmackDown. There's a lot of things to digest. Di gaano. Pero yeah, that was an amazing episode of SmackDown. Okay lang. Yeah, tonight was Edge night. Definitely. Wala masyadong development regarding Payback. So probably Monday na mag-uumpisa ulit yun. But yeah, speaking of Payback, in-announce nila yung Trish versus Becky in a steel cage match will take place on WWE Payback. Speaking of that, medyo disappointing yung Trish versus Becky. We're not going to talk about that more further. But yeah, it sucks. Then we have this segment between Trish. Not going to talk about that. Shinsuke Nakamura and Seth Rollins. Yeah. So it's a Japanese-centric promo. Thanks to our friends on Twitter and X for posting the translated version of that. So medyo it's something na medyo umay na si Nakamura sa tao. And they want to unleash, or he wants to unleash his best potential. So yeah, kicking Seth Rollins in the face would be a great starter for that. And yeah, sobrang appropriate, to be honest. So, wala akong pake kung matatalo si Nakamura sa build na to. As long as they are going to treat Nakamura good on this one, it's a good win-win for me. Cody versus Finn Balor. I think Cody Balor was great. Pero sakto lang. Sakto lang. I know this is a transitional period lang for Cody. Yeah. 1 week na lang before NXT Heatwave. I think this week's NXT was great overall. But siguro hindi natin pag-usapan ng mahaba tong episode na to. It's basically great, but I don't think na pwede natin pag-usapan yung episode na to. But this episode is basically they're building something na nag-evolve din throughout storylines. Interesting din yung promo ni Mustafa Ali during that episode. And yeah, let's do some preview of that match sa parating na NXT Heatwave. So, let's do the preview. So, number 1, there's a title match between Nathan Frazer and Noam Dar for the undisputed NXT Heritage Cup champion. It's very obvious at this point that Nathan Frazer might win the unification match. And medyo questionable pa rin sa akin. Why we're getting a unification match to begin with? So, Ivy Nile versus Ava with the whole schism on the ringside. So, yeah, I think Ava is winning here in this match. That would be great. But yeah, I don't really expect a lot of this match. 3, Von Wagner versus Baron Corbin. At this point, Von and Corbin, both of them, they're getting random shit. Like, come on, bro. I know there's something better on NXT. And I don't think booking both of them like this is the best idea. And it sucks. It sucks, to be honest. It sucks. But, yeah. It's time. Ito yung dalawa na kailangan mo protektahan. Sa totoo lang. But, safe naman kumain ng fall si Von Wagner. So, I'm going to give my predictions on Baron Corbin. Then, Judgment Day, Rhea Ripley and Dirty Dom versus Lyra Valkyria and Dragon Lee. I think it's a win for Judgment Day, Rhea and Dom, yeah. But yeah, things will transcribe in coming weeks. Going to No Mercy in September, so most likely Dragon Lee getting another title shot for NXT North American title. Then, Ilya Dragunov versus Trick Williams. Nag-transcribe tong storyline na to with the title match few weeks ago between Melo and Ilya Dragunov. But there's now personal. And I don't want to talk about this personal. But yeah, I think Ilya will win here down the line. Yeah, that will be interesting. Finally, main event. So Carmelo Hayes versus Wesley. Wesley defeated Dijak in a number 1 contenders match to become the number 1 contender for the NXT title. Yeah, this is gonna be a big match, big banger match for sure. But it's still Melo. Melo is winning here. Yeah. AEW Dynamite is a miss. You can miss this match to be this card. Basically, you can miss this big card. But yeah. Notes from this show, Jeff Jarrett versus Jeff Hardy was shit. But yeah, I think this whole card is just fine. Medyo, ano pa din? Medyo lukewarm pa din yung build ng All-In. Yan lang. medyo lukewarm siya so far, at least to me. Wala namang ganong updates. Finally, let's talk about this updates for AEW All in London. So, Dave Meltzer gave his take on... Wait lang. He gave his take on... Ano daw yung mas impressive? AEW getting the record attendance, 80,000 sa Wembley Stadium, or WWE selling 90k tickets in one day for a 2-night event. Ito yung sagot ni Meltzer, pero yeah, I get what he's trying to point here, na AEW, na it's a win for AEW because nobody ever thought na kaya nilang gawin yon. Even me, I thought they won't able to pull that off. But yeah, we're here now. But what we're getting. But yeah, ito na, it's very given naman kasi WWE is getting blockbuster year after year after year. So it's kind of subjective to me how things will transcribe on those events. Lalo pa naman ng WrestleMania, baka umabot pa yan ng 100k for the WWE kasi 2 nights ito di ba? Times 2 to. So yeah, sometimes Meltzer is right, pero I don't know how things will be taken with basta yun, marami tayong kailangan i-look forward, pero yeah, Edge siya na AEW. Ayun, note na rin natin, so Tetsuya Naito defeated Kazuchika Okada from the G1 last weekend to win the G1 Climax 33 finals. So marami nag-transcribe dito sa event na ito. Marami ding interesting stuff na nag-transcribe throughout this event. So again, congratulations Naito. With that logic, Naito will face Sanada for the IWGP Heavyweight title at Wrestle Kingdom January 4 the Tokyo Dome. So marami pang pwede magbago. Malay mo. Ano ba? Ano ba pwede natin pag-usapan? Siguro wala na kasi sabi ko din naman yung mga plugs ko, magpa-plug ulit tayo. And wala naman ako ganong big thoughts on this week's wrestling. Wala naman kasing ganong interesting lately. Aside from the CM Punk issue, there's a lot of things to digest regardless on but again, I would say thank you Edge for the 25 years in the WWE. If that's the last WWE match of Edge before he go to other promotions like AEW. But yeah, thank you Edge. See you around, I guess. But yeah, that's it for our episode this week. So picks of the week natin. So our superstar of the week is definitely Tetsuya Naito. Then our ano pa ba? Yung ating woman of the week is, I decided to put it blank for some reasons, at least for this recording. But yeah, I think I will determine my pick on the Discord. So kung gusto nyo malaman ko yung pick of the week ko for the woman, doon na lang kayo tumingin sa Discord. Then, match of the week, definitely Tetsuya Naito versus Kazuchika Okada. Then, honorable mention natin, pwede rin natin i-mention na yung Gigalat Romanza, episode 1. That was amazing episode for MWF, Gigalat Romanza. If you want to watch it on Rock of Manila or their Gank, you can watch it on 2 options naman. 2 options naman is open. And yeah, that would be great to support our local scene. Mamaya pagpa-plug pa tayo. Then, where to pick then is the Will Ospreay versus Tetsuya Naito from G1 as well, semifinals of G1. Yan, that was amazing too. Kung ako ang tatanungin nyo. But yun lang, let me know what you think about this week's wrestling. You can join our discussions on Discord if you want to talk about it. And you can join me on the recording tomorrow for our preview of Road to Fate. Mayroon tayong recording doon sa Tim Hortons circuit in Makati. So kung gusto nyo makigulo sa recording, yeah, I'm open. So may AMA din tayo doon. But yeah, ang highlight talaga ng recording doon is dito. It's just recording for Road to Fate. So kung gusto nyo makisali, makigulo on that full recording, that will be interesting. And that's my first recording outside of my home, my house. Actually, nag-turn into studios. But yeah, thank you for everyone who's supporting this podcast. And I hope you guys will listen to this podcast until the end, as long as. And lalo na, malapit na tayo sa 200 episodes. Marami tayong kailangan look forward. Lalo na yung ating review of Road to Fate. Marami tayong kailangan look forward here on the show. We might invite some guests from the World Underground Wrestling and Manila Wrestling Federation down the line. And FPW, it depends on the availability, of course. But yeah, again, this podcast is available on social media. And I wish you guys can follow me on all of the social media platforms at the MTG Show Pod. And the network, of course, please follow the Bong Collective. All of the socials at the Bong PH. Please support the podcast on Patreon as well. Patreon.com/the MTG Show Pod. Yanknow.com/the MTG Show Pod. As long as $5 a month, you can access our subscriber-only content. Don't worry, we're going to upload content there soon again. Ayun, of course, you can join our Discord server. Discord server link is on our description. And our linktr.ee/the MTG Show Podcast. The podcast is available on Spotify, 5 stars, section Tokyo Dome. Pakirate naman ng podcast para lamang sa algorithm nitong show na ito. Then ayun, please follow me on X, Threads, and Instagram at AG Penera. Wala namang difference doon. Threads is Threads, X is X, nabubulo na ako, and Instagram is Instagram. Ayun, please support MWF Road to Fate tomorrow for their show at the Power Max Center with the main event, Robin Zane versus Fabi Makisig for the MWF title. There's MWF Road to Fate. Kung di nyo mapapanood yan, you can catch it on Rock of Manila. They're going to air the episode soon on Rock of Manila. Then, ayun, please support din the current airing ng Gigil at Romansa sa Rock of Manila as well. And please support our local wrestling scene. Dexcon din on Monday sa Brawl Pit Bulusan in Quezon City. Full details will be is now available on Kayfabe Cafe. Upload ko rin siya this weekend. Mag-upload ako ng post ng KC for you guys. Sana makasuportahan nyo din ang ating local scene, especially from WO and from MWF definitely, and FPW in the process. So FPW, August 27, there will be a show at the Power Max Center Makati with the main event, Robbie Eagles versus Raf Imabayashi. Walang tyro match ito, dito tyro match. But yeah, I hope you guys can support our local scene. Looking forward. Nabubulol na ako. But I'm really looking forward to everything local wrestling, especially with this rare instance na back-to-back yung mga shows na ganito, back-to-back. Next week may show pa. So yeah, thank you for supporting our local wrestling scene in behalf of the wrestlers. So in behalf of DJ Yuki of the Kingdom Podcast, this is the MT Show Podcast, episode number 175, in cooperation with the Bong Collective. See you on the next episode of the podcast. For now, the only thing that I will say, and you should say, stay safe, stay wrestle. See you on the next episode. See you tomorrow on Road to Fate this Sunday. Power Max Center Spotlight. And yeah, siguro let's interact, let's drink, and let's enjoy the rest of the weekend and the holidays sa inyo. Kasi wala kaming holiday. See you on the next episode, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you for that episode.